Okay. I think now we're live. Let me know. Can y'all actually see anything? Okay. Okay. We're up. We're live. Okay. So, um yeah. First reactions out of today. Um I'm already getting texts blown in. I'm not going to respond to them just for a day cuz I don't care to. So, anyone who's having fun trash talking, y'all are gonna wait. I'm going to make the video as I promised. There's nothing going on there. Um, I just want to say, I guess I'm just really disappointed about the team because, like, honestly, I really did like. I don't think it was blind optimism. We like legitimately do have high end talent, but we have a terrible head coach who needs to get fired immediately for the ineptitude and just constant pain he causes this organization. The fact that we had the most penalties in any playoff game that we've had in history says something for just how terribly our team played. It says something the fact that we held the 49ers to 23 points while also continuing to have offensive ineptitude because our O line is absolute dog water and we keep thinking Zeke is the real deal because he's like not. So, yeah, that's kind of like the only big thing I think for today. You had it out. All right, later. No, it's a stream. It's nothing crazy. Later. Well, I have a mic here. You know how this works?
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Super fancy. No, I'm on Stripe. Ripperoni. I know. If there's anyone in live right now, yeah, wow, rude. Okay, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess for some reason I kind of thought we could go somewhere. Considering if you saw, we started 6-1. Yeah, we played some meh teams to start out the year. We beat the Patriots, beat the Vikings despite everything going on, and then we started to stumble, and I kind of got a little worried. And I guess from then on, I was like, okay, maybe we can pick things back up. Dak started to get back into the rim again as he was supposed to, but the combination of just how much offensive ineptitude, which I think a lot of this does fall on Kellen Moore's shoulders, and I didn't really want to be able to blame Kellen Moore for stuff again. But I think I have to because ultimately the play calling decisions that were made in that first half were not going anywhere. Your quarterback was clearly not ready to play in an NFL quarterback game or in an NFL playoff game. He wasn't there. Dak, good version of Dak didn't show up till the fourth quarter. By then it was too late. He went us down 23-7 into the third quarter, and we just continue to stumble and falter and do nothing with the ball because that is what happens. I don't think I had blind optimism. I'll be honest. I feel like most other Cowboys fans have blind optimism, like, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. I said NFC Championship game, and I said we'd lose to Green Bay. I was worried about this game when I saw that we had to play San Francisco because I was confident that we could beat Atlanta, or not Atlanta, what's their name? The second go around, I thought we'd be able to beat. I'm literally blanking on the name. Arizona the second time, because we had them in the second half. We really had the number, and Mike McCarthy missed. He used up his timeouts, and Mike McCarthy sold us the game. But I think the biggest thing to take away from this is we got to clean up, we got to get some discipline and get a better head coach who won't tolerate the BS. So I know for a fact Jerry Boy is not going to hire anyone who's like legit because that's not what Jerry Jones does. I want him to hire Brian Flores because he will clean up this act and like clown show we've been putting on for the NFL with our penalties. But that's not going to happen because Jerry Jones wants a yes man, and because that's who he is. His ego has fueled us to this point to where we're just going to continue with the line of incompetent coaches. It's the truth. Unless we can find one coach who has just enough to convince Jerry to come aboard, or if Kellen Moore can become our head coach because apparently he's, I guess enough, and he's better than McCarthy in terms of disciplining his team. I mean, he had a bad offensive game plan today. It happens. Like some days you just don't execute. Also, Dak was, I think I already said Dak was not on point today with his throws. He looked so shaky and not like himself the first 3 quarters of the game. It reminded me a lot of the Denver game where he just did not look ready to play. It looked like he was in pain throwing the ball for some reason. Again, just like he was back a while ago. So, yeah, just kind of let down. Yeah, that's it. And it just kind of like sucks because now all the haters are pouring in like, oh, you put because I didn't. I don't think I did. I didn't put that much stock into this team, and they act like I put a bunch of stock into this team and I'm blindly optimistic when I'm really like not. I make realistic expectations. I get put to even lower expectations because this team disappoints me because of offensive ineptitude, coaching ineptitude most of all. Just generally just they find ways to underwhelm me in ways that I couldn't even expect. I had us at the beginning of the season going 8-8. I had us at the beginning of the season being a not very good team. Then we went 6-1, and I was not blindly optimistic and saying like, "Oh, we're actually pretty good." I don't think I was because we continued to win and win and win, and some of them were against good teams. But then came the midseason. We had to play some good teams. That game against the Raiders was kind of Anthony Brown's fault. Stuff happens. We rebound, clean up on the NFC East, have a rough game against Arizona, but Dak still looks ready to play. And then we fall flat on our faces, get down 10-0, never regain the lead, and San Francisco never looked back. Like, yeah, every Cowboys fan is going to be like, oh, but like the ref, like all the blind optimistic Cowboys fans are going to be like, oh yeah, but the ref like ran into the. We could have just not been in that position if we had just stopped committing stupid penalties. Like, I think the refs they definitely weren't the best, and like they definitely did help San Francisco out a little bit. But in the end, you have to have a more disciplined team with just like literally every big play we would have, every single one with CD, Amari, whoever it was, every big play was wiped out by a hold. It felt like it. That's an inexcusable. My first guy to cut in this situation is Connor Williams. I'm sorry, Connor, but you have done nothing but literally commit holding penalties every time you're on the field. You're cut. Get him out of here. Greg Zuerlein, you stay another day, I guess, but I don't know. But I think the two biggest people who need to get cut right now, Connor Williams needs to go. He's done. We need to find a new lockdown corner because Diggs hasn't lived up to his potential. We need to get a new head coach because this is getting out of hand, and the amount of just how he's done nothing positive for this organization except give us blind optimism for no reason. So yeah, that's my take as a Cowboys fan today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We're not gonna get any stupid crazy reactions, whatnot. A little bit disappointed. That's it. I kind of expected this. I honestly looked at the game at the beginning and said, "Oh wow, it's gonna be 45-14. We're gonna get slaughtered. There's no chance." And the fact that we actually tried to keep it close was nice, but in the end, this is the result of offensive ineptitude and continual poor discipline on both sides. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. I hope whoever's tuning into this stream, if anyone's even tuning in, we've had a lot of playbacks. Oh wow. Yeah. I guess I hope y'all enjoyed this take. I think it like sums up kind of our season because we showed a lot of teams that we could have been legit and then just kind of fell flat on our faces when the actual moment came, because it seems like whenever we played bad teams, we'd kill them, and then we played good teams and we fall flat on our faces because of those things, like the little discipline things, because you can get away with that against bad teams. But when you're undisciplined and not ready to play a good team, that's ultimately the result. So I think the guy who should be in the hot seat right now, and hopefully Jerry Jones actually makes the right move, because he said there was a rumor somewhere floating around that Kellen Moore could become our coach and Mike McCarthy would get fired if he disappointed in the playoffs, which he clearly just did. So I think heads are now pointing to Mike McCarthy, which finally is right. Also, here's one other little thing. Pollard is way better than Zeke. He averages way more yards to carry. Zeke cannot run the ball. Zeke doesn't have the same athletic prowess that he used to. He doesn't have speed. He doesn't have any of that. So, yeah. Um, that's my take for today. Thank y'all for watching. I guess you could consider this part of the bench warmers, even though uh Carlo isn't here. Carlo's a little busy today, but yeah. If y'all enjoyed it, like, subscribe to the channel. You know, keep up, see what's new. I'll be dropping our diss track, basically a Cowboys diss track soon, because you know every team gets it, and my Cowboys are included in that. And I'll find a way to hit us where it hurts most, because that's fair. I did that to the Eagles, I did that to the Raiders, I did that to the Patriots. It's our turn, especially with the amount of ineptitude we showed today. We deserve it. So anyway, if y'all enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Peace out.